Derek,
Blake,
are you at the Sphere?
I am not in the Sphere in Las Vegas.
But that is
this
wild.
This is just possibilities. I don't know.
That's
Through these
amazing.
doors, I'm talking to other people in other times and other places. So I thought this would kind of like compact the idea a little bit.
That's cool.
here.
I love it.
That's cool.
Super cool.
It's great.
Blake, when it comes to your story, there's so much you put into it when it comes to the science and how you want to connect the dots. How did you work to connect the dots and make it viable when it comes to a TV show, a series that essentially has to skip some things to insert certain aspects as well?
Well, because we made this as a 9-episode series, that I don't honestly feel like I had to skip things. It was originally going to be a movie, and as we were developing the movie, we were definitely having to skip a lot of really good things. And when you make an adaptation, part of the deal is you got to cut some stuff. But all the things that we were cutting, it felt like it was bleeding out. Like it wasn't helping it. It was killing it. And so when we were able to pivot over to make a series, suddenly we were not having to cut. We were looking where to expand. And it really just breathed life into the story.
Yeah.
So with that same thought, is there some things you added that you caught, later on when you were your editor after things published, you kind of read some things and you thought, well, there's this too, or perhaps somebody asked a question that I did want to answer, and you took this opportunity with this show?
Yeah, it really came about that as I looked back on the book, super proud of it, wouldn't change anything, but I had this little nagging doubt about not writing the Jason to Daniela plot into the book. The book is just from Jason's point of view, and when it came time to make the show, it was really exciting to me that I could sort of take a mulligan and just like do it over again and do it the way that maybe it should have been done the first time, which is you have one plot line that's Jason and Amanda, and you have a second plot line that's Jason to and Daniela, and you're going back and forth between them as they get closer and closer to intersecting.
And then, Matt, if I can ask, when it comes to anything that deals with universes, time, and then you also are the guy who holds the purse strings too, how did you put together a list of things that we could save money if we shoot all this today, guys? Let's just try to get all these things together because we're going to be back here again for this thing as well. Like, how did you connect the dots on a producer side of the world?
By hiring really good people who actually figured out the schedule for us. That's part of my superpower is knowing who's good at what they do. And the production of this was incredibly complicated for reasons that you're talking about, and how you cross shoot things. And it's difficult because you want to ideally you could shoot everything chronologically. When you make something, because emotionally it's easier to sort of track story that way. It just doesn't work financially. And so, you fall on people who are really good at what they do to figure out the best way to do that. And also to maintain the integrity of the character arcs while you're doing it. Incredibly complicated production, as you can imagine.